Hey guys, it's me, Double D, with another episode of Bayonetta. In the last episode, we climbed up a tall tower at Isla del Sol to chase after Cereza, who has wandered off to find her supposed father. And in this episode, we're going to be taking on Chapter 16, the Lumen Sage, and hopefully finding out everything else about Bayonetta's past that has been eluding her. So, without that out of the way, let's get started. There's going to be some amazing things going on in this chapter. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say as we get started.
What follows those living in the light is nothing but the profound, empty darkness born from the shadow that grows longer as they approach the brilliant radiance. To truly see, your eyes must be open to both light and dark. Don't you agree, my dear child?
Mummy's here! Mummy's here! Mummy!
Little one.
You've arrived, my dear, sweet Cereza. My, why the grim face, my dear? As a child, your smile was warmer than the sun.
So, you are the last of the Lumen Sages.
I am indeed. My name is Balder, but if you so choose, you may address me as Father. There is much you have forgotten. It has been 500 years since we last met. If your memories were still intact, this would have been a much more emotional reconciliation.
How did you get the girl?
Where shall I begin? We, the Lumen Sages, and your Umbran Witches, have long been the overseers of history, each bearing witness with their own eye. This is how our universe's existence was preserved. However, for 500 years, you have been exiled from the world's affairs. You are the left eye of the eyes of the world.
Could you dispense with the riddles and just tell me what these sodding eyes actually are?
Your years of slumber have caused you to forget many things, even as we stand on the verge of the resurrection of the Creator. The resurrection of Jubileus. There is but one way to return your epic of forgotten memories and open your eye of the Overseer. Your uncorrupted eye had to be exposed to the history it could not see. Your battles, your struggles, everything you've experienced in this town has been a stepping stone for your enlightenment. It has all been done for the left eye.
I've had enough of your philosophical pretensions. I won't ask again. Where did you get the girl?
Your question has been answered. All this has been done to awaken the left eye. For that, you had to see yourself once more.
You are truly beyond salvation, Sage.
Salvation. Such a curious word. I mark the path to salvation with light. However, no matter how brilliant that light grows, the darkness within the human heart grows even darker. Light, dark, and chaos between. 3 realities, once split, shall be brought together to create a new universe in the image of the old. To these ends, leading to the Festival of Resurrection 500 years ago, I fanned the flames of terror, spurring on the witch hunts. However, despite the people's belief in the return of Jubileus, the creator, the left eye was out of reach. Since then, I have devoted myself to this town's prosperity, and now it is time for my preparations to bear fruit. Jubileus will be resurrected. We will become the eyes of the world, and a new universe will take over.
Mummy! I could never call the man behind this nightmare father.
Great speech, big guy.
Luca.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we, Mr. Big Shot Ithaval Executive? Salvation, light. You take this entrepreneurial philosophy a bit seriously, don't you? But it's all diarrhea of the mouth, if you ask me. History is littered with famous genocidal figures, just like you. Or, should I say, infamous genocidal figures.
You must be Luca, journalist extraordinaire. I must say, I'm truly impressed you've made it this far, child. Like father, like son, I suppose.
What?
Luca, Luca, Luca. Your father had problems with my philosophies. It's fine to investigate, but when malicious rumors start to spread, I must see to it that they come to a stop. For being kind enough to ascertain that my long-lost eraser was at the bottom of some lake, I granted him his final wish and accepted his permanent resignation.
You bastard!
You are of no use to me. However, I am not without dignity. I will allow you to die in the same manner as your father. Well, I guess my plan has gone right out the window. Such a shame that sacrifice had to be made. But if destiny is not fulfilled soon, this tragedy will be repeated ad nauseum. Speaking of tragedy, I suppose you've met Jeanne. While she sealed you away and kept you from trouble, after falling into our hands, she's been incredibly useful. Although her distinct lack of obedience required a bit of mental reprogramming. Her tragic end led you directly to me, just as planned. The time for awakening the left eye is soon. Fear not, my dear, sweet Cereza. Do not fear your fate. Stand tall, my child. Realize your true potential. Cereza, we are one, my child.
Lumen Sage, Father Balder. Prepare for the most epic battle in the entire game. Yes, everything has been building up to this, and I can't believe I walked into that. So, first thing first, shoot him as much as possible and try to activate Witch Time as much as possible. Keep moving, keep dodging. Shooting will sometimes work, but he will have a shield try to block you. Having any accessory to activate Witch Time, like the Muna Mahakala or Celine's Light, will help you in this fight. Yeah, he will have a bunch of attacks to try to hit you with, like that sword that he's always doing constantly. There we go, activated Witch Time, just like that. Yeah. So try to activate Witch Time as soon as possible. The Muna Mahakala or Celine's Light will help you with that. Try to dodge his attacks as well. The swords are easier to dodge considering you predict it. Fortunately, his health bar is not that far, so you can be able to defeat it easily, which his health bar is surprisingly low, and climax. Well, I didn't climax right there, but yeah, you get the point. Fail the climax, he will recover half of his health, and you will have to start over again. So, with that out of the way, So, everything has been building up to this fight. We got all the 4 cardinal virtues, and then all the battles with Jeanne. It's really building up to be what is considered one of the best boss battles in the entire game. Yeah, I mean, Fortitude was challenging, Temperantia was a joke, Yashisha was a bit of a challenge, and as much as I like Sapientia's Divine, his fight was kind of lame, and every battle with Jeanne was epic. Oh, watch out. If going too long, Father Balder will launch a laser from the satellite. Find the nearest rock and quickly jump to it. Otherwise, we will take huge damage from the laser. Anyway, so take him on a few times and climax. You saw the power of the Lumen Sage if he was able to finish off Gamora just like that. So yeah, that alone shows us that Father Balder is going to be one hell of a fight. Get it? Because this is no time for jokes. Yeah. So yeah, after this, Father Balder will change his approach. Yeah, I keep walking into them, but yeah, he is fast and you might want to watch out because he's going to call upon a missile to wall a building. Watch for the quick time action or the quick time event. Okay, and I'm gonna watch for it because there we go. Crap. Yeah, if it hits you, if you fail to do the quick time action, you will take, well, not that huge a damage, but huge in Bayonetta standards. Anyway, so okay. Now, fortunately, the same tactics you could be able to do before. However, Balder is not going down easily. In fact, he's he's gonna summon another laser from his satellite. So we have to jump, and there we go. You can shoot him as much as you like, however, he's gonna eventually put up a shield to block off your shots. Anyway, so, and I cannot, okay. Even though I'm not the best player, I will admit, Father Baldur is a fun boss fight, regardless of how skilled you are. He can be hard, but he is a fun way of hard, that's for sure. Anyway, so, he's down to the last bit of his health, so yeah. And, okay. So, him calling Bayonetta Cereza confirms one thing. The Cereza that's been following us is a child version of Bayonetta. And with that case, he is almost down with one more hit, climax. You know Baldur's a badass if he could just use his feathers as a comb to brush his hair after he just killed Scolopendra. Anyway, so yeah, about Cereza. So we just got confirmation that Cereza is basically the younger version of Bayonetta. But there have been some clues. For example, the strawberry lollipop back in, I believe it was chapter 11. The lipstick was the biggest giveaway. The fact that her doll was named Cheshire, a name that she affectionately called Luca. There has been a lot of clues leading up to the reveal of Cereza being the child version of Bayonetta, and I'm getting really hit so hard right there. But yeah, a lot has been teasing this reveal. Anyway, so after that, Baldur has had enough. He's going to cause the satellite to fall from space. Once again, be ready for the quick time event. And there we go. And if you succeed, she will take whatever is being thrown at her and throw into Baldur. However, we have to play tennis with this satellite. So, who's going to be the better satellite tennis player, Baldur? It's satellite tennis time. Who's going to be just one satellite tennis? But yeah, so this is the last hit for Baldur. So I would just like to say one thing. The following cutscene that follows the climax contains the best lines from any video game character ever, or at least from Bayonetta ever. A line so good, if it was a cutscene, it would be a crime for me to skip it. With that, climax. Well, not really, but at least it gets to go on. But yeah. So this last line of Bayonetta is so epic, so well cool. It defines Bayonetta as a character, and I will dare never skip it in any way whatsoever. It's that good. And once we reach the climax, well, you get to hear it for yourself and how cool it is. If I could just finish off Baldur and climax.
Don't fuck with a witch.
May Jubileus, the Creator, grace you!
I've got to give you credit, Bayonetta. You never cease to impress.
You haven't seen the half of it.
I've seen enough. Well, that about wraps it up, huh?
Not yet.
Mommy! Daddy!
No need to be afraid, little one. The nightmare is over. Everything was just a dream. You're a strong little girl. There is nothing you cannot overcome.
Mommy? Did you find it? What you were looking for?
Yes, I found it. So don't you worry anymore. You just keep your treasure safe too. Sweet dreams, little one. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words. When you love something, never lose it. Understand, little one? You must keep it safe, close to your heart. I'm not afraid anymore, Mummy. No matter what. There's nothing I cannot do.
Bayonetta! What's happening to you?
And now it is done. The right eye oversees the light. The left eye oversees the darkness. Two eyes to oversee the world. It was never the woman known as Bayonetta that I set my sights upon. It was you as a child, Cereza, that I saw. For she was the one who saw the world through innocent eyes, and she was the one who could give rise to a new history. It was her energy that could awaken the left eye. This has all worked out splendid. Let us begin, Cereza. The time is at hand. The resurrection of Jubileus shall be completed. We are the eyes overseeing the world. We are the eyes overseeing a new era, a new reality, to which we will devote ourselves eternally.
May Jubileus the Creator grace all